last time we found this beach and explored as much of the ocean as we possibly could, didn't we? So, I had other ideas. I had other ideas in between parts, and now that I've got my swimsuit after all, my aqualung, my scuba gear, I thought I'd be able to pass through the waterfalls which stifled Grand Dizzy's progress in the caves, and I was scared that Spider would hurt me then. And I'll also be able to ascend the treehouse complex using that rope that we discovered with the binoculars at the telescope at the top of that tower, won't I? So yes, this is all intriguing food for thought at the moment, which and entertaining in my mind, but it's probably for the best if we drop something at the moment, isn't it, before progressing, so I'll take the ladder actually in case it proves useful, but I imagine I get a distinct impression, boy, that maybe I won't actually need the cotton bud just yet, so I must descend to the bottom floor, I think, and we'll get to that the waterfall actually get louder the closer it gets to the right of this screen. No, it seems to stay the same, but that's still good. Okay then. So here we are, but I want to make sure that my face cam's actually moving, and it is, yes. So yes, here's the moment of truth. Let's try getting through the waterfall. And we can, isn't that nice? That sure is a relief, boy. So can we collect this flashing diamond or whatever it is here? No, of course I remember not being able to do that, but I wasn't quite sure. I wonder if there are things that we need to do stuff at, though, like to solve puzzles or whatever. Doesn't seem all that familiar at this point in time, though. And look, there's more wood. Oh, I found something glinting in the light of the glowing crystals, baby. And it's another coin already, bringing us up to 21. Can we check this one too? This shiny crystal, but apparently we can't. I thought this was going to be a wall that I couldn't pass through. That's why it's always helpful to check these things, isn't it? Right, we can descend down here too. So it seems like a safer route, but was kind of scared for a moment, and look, there's one of the bombs over there. I'm guessing from the blue flashing light on it that it requires a blue key card then. In the sacks was flying, that is, and really they need key cards of the same colour in order to trigger them to blow up prematurely. That would be a very nasty example of deceit and treachery from our notorious enemy Zax, wasn't it? This looks like the kind of watery pit I could get into maybe if I had a pickaxe, with these rocks covering the place, but just allowing a slight glimpse in there through the crack in the rocks. Anyway, I'll come to save recently, I'll take the risk here and submerge myself in this waterfall, which looks like it could be hard, but yes, it didn't end up being dangerous after all, did it? Which is quite a relief. And there's another coin for us, isn't it? Bringing us up to 2 little ducks. 22. Yes. I'm not going to risk going over there to that bomb just yet. At least not until I've got the key card. So let's get out of here. And I didn't find any items to help us in our cause after all, did I, aside from those coins? But at least we know what's in there now, don't we? So let us ascend and collect the item I left behind, the cotton bud, eh? This is as high as I can get, yes. I realised in between parts that I'll be able to get on these little ledges at the sides of the elevator, by the way. But I can't see any need for it really, unless there happens to be, unless there happens to be hidden coins there in those ledges, but they seem a bit narrow for that kind of thing, don't they? I just need to refresh my memory as to what's down here. Where's the bridge? So yes, I'm going to descend the level again and check that area where we started as Grand Dizzy to see if, there was anything we left behind when we were playing as see if there's anything we can investigate now that we're dizzy and not Grand Dizzy. But no, it doesn't look like it, so let's get out of here then. And descend to the top of the treehouse complex and have a little chat with Dylan, eh? And see what's up with him at this point in time. See what his particular quandary is. Yeah, so I'll head up into the clouds and I'll risk taking a daring leap out of them from up high and see if we discover anything. In doing that deed, in perpetrating that reckless act, you could say, Sonny Jim. I'll save just in case though, won't I? No, I won't. Wait, after all, I've got a lot of lives, haven't I? So I shouldn't be save spamming this early in my playthrough, should I? For shame, Stephen, for shame. Let's head up high into the treehouse complex then. See if we can find this rope that we discovered through the binoculars on the telescope, and there it is. Yes. Let's climb it then, if we can. Why didn't I get on it? What? Maybe I've got to press the action key on it or something then. Should have tried that before doing a daring leap, shouldn't I? Yes, I'm maybe getting a tad reckless in my old age, baby. Yes, we're on it. So off we go. I'm celebrating because I'm up high, because I can see the world from up here. Let's collect a coin, yes, bringing us up to 23. And see what this plug-like thing is. Could this be one of the key cards for the bombs, maybe? The green code key, eh? And what does Dylan have to say about this situation then, I wonder? Can we collect the windows of his treehouse to see if there's any coins hidden, maybe? I Dylan, bye. I Dylan. Zax has been up to his old tricks again, bye. He has set 5 bombs around Keldor, bye. Sorry, Dilbert. That's Monkey. I'm looking after Daisy's doggy, dude. And forgive the pauses in my speech, man. I'm practicing my Captain Kirk-like pause. My Captain Kirk-like dramatic pauses in the delivery of my speech, hoping it'll help me to seduce those women below. I need to get Daisy's doggy off Dilbert before he's him, man. That'd just be a totally gnarly turn of events, bro. He'll eat anything, dude. That stupid monkey is just not cool, bro. I'll get it for you, boy. Yes, let's try and deal with the monkey then. Hi, Monkey Dilbert. You're not going to hurt me, are you? Oh, Bohemian Bolsheviks, bray. Well, at least he doesn't hurt us, so that's something. He's certainly improved his behavioural standards since Magic Land, hasn't he? So now we're going into that botanical garden. Dilbert threw it into the botanical gardens, bray. Blast! And that's the name of the game too, Sonny Jim. Summer Blast Dizzy, that monkey, bray, dude. I better go and get him, man. This is totally disruptive of my thoughts, man. Oh, and look for that bomb, and now we're going, yes. He's a rather hefty looking man, this Dylan, isn't he? With his rather cumbersome looking build, isn't he? But for the time being, I want to be dizzy again so that I can transfer items. I dizzy man. Perhaps you should continue your search, dude. Okay, bye. Yes, I'm tired to leave our items and trade and switch characters once more. Yes. Let's see what Dylan looks like in the scuba gear, eh? Oh, maybe it doesn't fit him, eh? Since Dylan is, as I say, seemingly more heavily built and dizzy, to be polite. Yes, can we go in this club? No, we can't. Oh yes, he did what? That screen title must have been talking about the apparent foolishness of my jump from the top of the treehouse complex, eh? So, with how certain characters can go into certain places, and with how Dylan is quite the quintessential nature lover, baby, it makes sense, maybe, that, the Botanical Gardens is his place to exclusively wander in, eh? Yes. So, what do we have here? All kinds of plants. I found something behind the plant mound. And that brings us up to 24 coins. But Probert would be proud of how he was number 24 with the Detroit Red Wings back in his day, Sully Jim. The angelic fountain. What's the nature of this? I do like this angelic fountain, bro. She looks so pure of heart, man. Okay, then let's press on. Oh, that's not an example of idolatry, that's angel fountain. Angry bees, eh? And we can come in and out of this hut. What a nice touch that is. And notice how, the key is situated behind the bees. That's awful, but mischievous of Dilbert the monkey to throw it behind them, isn't it? Meaning that we've got to conceive a means of bypassing them before we can actually collect the key. Before we can actually acquire the key, yes. What can I collect in here then? I can't collect this little step ladder, you see, into the pier. Well, what about these clippers? But now our hands are full, aren't they? I'm wondering if maybe we need to use the bee smoke thing, which we made the clouds from, in the place that we rescued Grand Dizzy from. It's all food for thought, Sonny Jim. Don't think we'll be using the ladder to get by done, since the bees could quite easily sting us while we're on the ladder, couldn't they? So yes, I'll just be heading outside first to leave these items outside, so that, you know, I was thinking pressing enter would make me leave automatically, but seems I actually have to walk all the way to the left. And it's nice how right above where I'm standing we can see the signpost for the park, isn't it? We're facing to the left, yes. See that Botanical Gardens sign there? So yes, I'll leave all our stuff here for the time being, since if we leave it in here, we'd have to control Dylan again to get it all out, wouldn't we? As opposed to being able to collect it easily and more conveniently with Dizzy or another character. So yes, let's us collect what we need to collect in here, namely these wire cutters, which I imagine we'll need to use to cut through that wire fence in front of the Well, to the right side of that winch mechanism, over to the right, over to the left, western side of the map. Is there anything we need to do with this light bulb up here, by the way? Doesn't seem like it. This is such a nice little shed, isn't it, to go inside. Seems to suffer from Doctor Who syndrome as well, in the sense that it's a whole lot bigger on the inside than on the outside, isn't it? Such a curious phenomenon, Sonny Jim. The likes of which a rational mind such as mine cannot possibly explain. So yes, let's just take the wire cutters and the ladder and the scuba suit, Sam. Might not need a scuba suit actually, so let's leave it and be going back to Dizzy, so that we can do what we need to do and collect what we need to collect over there in order to advance our progress in this merry little game, In the endeavours of our youthful protagonists here. And by the way, what does Dizzy call his brothers who serve as fellow protagonists in Dizzy games? He calls them protagonists. Boom, bye. Okay then, let's read these items here and switch characters. Yes, I'll take all of them with how we're going to be using the wire cutters, aren't we? So, this top platform does look a bit strange and suspicious about it's so close to the treetop canopy here, so like it might be worth examining, but not discovering anything of particular intrigue about her at this point in time. It's currently 26 Celsius here in my room too. But it's near enough 3:30, so at least it's later. Considerably later, even though it's a little bit hotter. Because I think I made my video yesterday at like 2 or so, didn't I? I'm not sure. But I digress, baby dolls. So, after we've cut the wire fence, we'll be collecting that bee smoke thing and using it presumably to drive off those bees in Dylan's botanical gardens, yeah. Snip, snip, snip. No more fence, baby. Yeah, what? Oh, yes. We just had to wait for the dramatic cutting, snipping sounds to cease, didn't we? So what now, I wonder? Was this just a convenient way to bypass this lift winch mechanism without needing the bee smoke thing? I would surmise that is the case, Sonny Jim. Let's go with that assumption, So I'll leave the wire cutters then, since we might not need them again, and take the bee smoke, what do you say, Sonny Jim? And see if we can use it to get that key that's, our sought after key that's in Dylan's botanical gardens, By using it to, stave off those potentially dangerous bees in the park, It's funny how it's always dangerous bees in games as well, isn't it? Even though wasps tend to have more of a fearsome reputation. Yes, a curious social phenomenon indeed, boy. Okay then, your turn again, Dylan. Let's go. Without A-to-B smoker perpetually emits a plume of smoke, I imagine the ritual would constantly keep those bees at bay. Perpetually keep those bees at bay if we set it up in front of them. That would be my theory. Those bees look really angry, dude. Better not touch them or I'll get stung, man. Totally not cool, dude. What? It seems to be producing a smoke cloud, boy. We did have to get very close to those bees to do that, didn't we? It was a very scary predicament. Very scary predicament indeed. And now we have to key your mate's dog key. Sounds like quite a posh key indeed, Sonny Jim. It figures that Daisy would own it, doesn't it? Giving her a seeming affinity for things of particular aesthetic value, Sonny Jim. So yes, what do we do now that we've got a key? I can't remember what Dylan wanted it for. Let's be heading back to Dizzy. Since I presume we might have done all that we necessarily need to do as Dylan. Scary. I can afford to take risks with how I've got 3 lives and full health, can't I? Especially given the generous helpings of fruity items in Dora's shop, I think it was. Yes. Up to Dizzy we go now. I think I've been playing for almost 30 minutes too. Been doing a lot of back and forth progression here, haven't I? Up we go. Look at Dylan's rather winsome smile as he climbs the rope too. He's such a charm, isn't he, with his one tooth sticking out of his mouth like that. It's your turn now, Dizzy, boy. Let's go then. As the soldiers from Half-Life 1 would say, let's go, boy, yes. You need a cotton bud? Maybe not. Here we are. With quite the assortment of items to choose from, I'll leave the cotton bud and take the aqualung. The scuba gear here, wonder we need a ladder to get down here? No. Okay, then let's see if we can find places which were locked. As maybe we'll be able to get in there. Although, come to think of it, it probably won't be Daisy's store, will it? With how, we heard that Daisy was locked in that museum, didn't we? So, maybe we need to use our key here, right? I mean, if things to a museum would have an ornate key to open its doors, doesn't it? Yes. So let's go in. Ah, there she is, looking so cute and helpless. Within the darkened and potentially sinister confines of this museum here, Ghost Hunters Laser, circa 1986, boy. Presumably the Ghost Hunters Laser from the, Oliver Twins game of the same name, Ghost Hunters, which was released before the first Dizzy game, and now Daisy's turned sideways to look at us and talk to us, looking cute again, with her ponytail dangling lusciously behind her back. Oh, thank you, baby. I need to check what damage Sax has done, baby. So now we have control of Daisy. A gleaming emerald, circa 1986, baby. I imagine that was what we used in the first Dizzy game, Dizzy the Ultimate Cartoon Adventure, Sunny Jim. Can we get up to any of this scenery in the background, any of these background objects, but it seems not. Oh, isn't this beautiful now? A painting of the first screen of the first Dizzy game, which I just happened to be mentioning just then. Dizzy the Ultimate Cartoon Adventure, boy. And it looks like that's the finished potion on the right there, atop that cauldron there, which we used to kill, or maybe just drive off the horrendous wizard Zax. The horrendous wizard Zax in the first game, boy. From Dizzy's first adventure. Circa 1986, boy. And there's Dizzy up there on that tree ledge, trying to decide whether we should avoid or kill that spider with debug spray. Well, this looks very dark sector-ish, doesn't it? With this big, wide, sweeping archway in the background here, in the chimney breast, if you want to be fancy and posh, Jim. Gone up to 27 Celsius near, so we can't examine this picture of Dizzy during his Treasure Island adventure, can we? The second Dizzy game, I might add. Another point here too, yes. And here we have that painting of the woman with a baby, like I noticed featured rather prolifically in that gigantic picture in Diamond Mine Dizzy by Jamie Douglas, which also featured Dizzy in the water here rather prolifically too at the bottom of the painting, which stretched on for 2 screens because it was so large. Fortunately, baby, that dragon looks like it's just a waxwork. And we can't interact with this rather horrendous looking guide, or it'd appear. The Green Dragon from Dizzy's Third Adventure. Circa 1989, boy. And if you remember correctly, Sonny Jim, this green dragon wasn't quite a friendly green giant, was he, when we were dealing with him? Indeed, he was constantly breathing fire at us, and we had to use a sleeping potion to sedate him. Unless this dragon that was in the mines underground, which we had to actually give the dragon egg to instead. That dragon was much more accommodating, Sonny Jim, to our progress and our efforts. Anyway, I've been going for a reasonable amount of time here, so let's be heading back to Dizzy and change characters. Oh, I didn't read her speech, did I? Hi, Dizzy, boy. Perhaps you should continue your search, boy. Okay, boy. Right, I want to see if we can interact with this now that we've found our idol. Since maybe we need to put this emerald, maybe we need to suck this emerald into it again. Seems familiar. Maybe we need to knock one of these artifacts to the floor, but I'm not sure. And I rhymed again, didn't I, Sonny Jim? I'm a poet and I know it's after all, baby dolls. Okay, let's drop these items here and I'll save our progress and we'll come out to the game and see how long we've been going for a reasonable amount of time again. So yes, I'll be loving and leaving you, baby dolls. So goodbye, and I'll see you all next time. Adios. Adios.